Hey guys, it's Nick. Thanks for tuning in to Long Island Wargaming. Going to do a quick video about a list I put together that I played two games with. Both games were actually against Wood Elves, and it was almost the same list, except he had changed his lore. But this was a list that is in the Crossroads comp. Not sure if this is something I want to bring. I just want to do something a little different. I brought a different build for my Warlord, so we'll go through it. And thanks for sticking with me and dealing with my Excel spreadsheet madness. I have Army Builder. It's just I use Mac OS and my Army Builder's in my Windows partition, and I'm just too lazy. Wow, I'm too lazy to switch over. So thanks for dealing with this. But running the Gray Seer level 4 with a scroll and a 4 ward save, and then I went with the Warlord with the Warp Armor, the Foul Pendant, which is the 5 aboard save. I could have done the book one, but I decided to go with the Skaven book one. The Ogre Blade, which is the +2 strength, shield, and War Litter. So the War Litter gives him 4 attacks at a Storm Vermin stat rate, and then gives him an extra armor. And the thought process behind this guy is I can go with a 2-up armor save, but every successful armor save deals a strength 4 wound back to my opponent, which is pretty fun. It's cool, especially with a elf meta right now. I played a few games against well, not a few, but I played a game recently against all those witch elves, and I think this would be pretty cool if all my attacks on the witch elves got dished back to them, especially since it's at strength 3. I'd still have my 2-up armor. And then I have the ward save. I can get rid of the Ogre Blade and give him the 4 ward save and then give something different to the Seer. Or I could drop the ward save altogether and just give him, I think it's the Dawnstone, which allows him to reroll failed armor saves. So he'd be rolling twice on his armor saves, and every successful armor save roll does a strength 4 hit back to the opponent, which is great against infantry and low strength stuff. So if I'm getting hit with strength 6 attacks, then this guy isn't really where he's supposed to be. He should be dealing with something else. But hopefully strength 6 means my opponent's going last, so if it's dwarves or warriors of chaos with great weapons or shit like that, hopefully I can kill enough guys beforehand. But I don't know. It's a fun build. I don't know if it's super competitive. I think it's good if you're tailoring lists against, say, for example, Witch Elves, where all those armored attacks, re-rolled, missed hits, all that crap gets through. 2-up armor saves. Every save you get, re-roll with the Dawnstone if you have it, gets back to your enemy. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I'm not sure if I like it. The War Litter is better, I guess, than the Bonebreaker. It's cheaper, but he stays as infantry, I believe, so you can't shoot him out of a unit without giving him a lookout, sir, like you can for the Rat Ogre Bonebreaker. And even if the Rat Ogre Bonebreaker is with Rat Ogres, he's a different infantry type, Monstrous Cav versus just Monstrous Infantry, so you could still shoot him, which is silly. But I've got the Chieftain BSB with a Storm Banner and Shield. Engineer with the Doom Rocket, can't leave home without him. And then I have the level 2 Engineer with the Condenser. I'm really starting to like the level 2 Engineer. I used to bring a Plague Priest because I would always bring the Furnace. But you know what? I'm finding Warp Lightning even more and more useful, especially with all the Doomfire Warlocks and all the fast cav running around. Getting that magic missile off with the Condenser is pretty convenient. 2 units of Slaves, 50 Storm Vermin with the Razor Banner and the Warp Fire Thrower, your Rat Darts, 9 Gutter Runners. The reason behind 9 is you get 18 shots with Poison Slings. Probability on getting 3 6s is pretty standard, so if you're trying to poison a War Machine off the board, that's what it's going to do. I brought some Plague Monks again with the Plague Banner. I'm not sure if the command is in there with my math. I made this list pretty quickly. And the 2 Hell Pits, and one has Warpstone Shards. So I can't bring a Warp Lightning Cannon if I bring 2 Hell Pits with Crossroads, so I'm assuming if I was to bring a list like this with 2 Hell Pits, that I'm just going to be sending Hell Pits forward and then running forward with the Vermin and the Gunner Runners. So there are no Clan Rats, which is interesting. That's different. I usually like having some Clan Rats running around somewhere. But so this is the list I'm going to use for the next 2 games against Wood Elves. It was a doubleheader. We played 2 games against Dave, who's a newer player with us. He's been following Warhammer for a while. He hasn't played too many games, and he's thinking outside the box with his Wood Elves, which is already a huge task to begin with. Since they're so weird to me. It's not like Warriors of Chaos when you can get outside the box and bring chariots and all this stuff. They can still do pretty well with Wood Elves. I feel like there's only a few standard builds right now that can succeed you can net you points or just do well. So he tries doing some stuff with dryads. So we'll see how that goes. I give him credit because if it was me, I would leave the dryads at home. And actually, you know what? If it was me, I just wouldn't play wood elves, to be completely honest, because I don't understand them. But that's just me. So let me know what you guys think about this list. It's not really perfect. It was a real quick put together. I'm sure I'm missing a couple things here and there, or there might be some points off, but it's just to give you guys an idea of what the next two games will be like. So if you have any questions or ideas, feel free to leave them below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.